Hey there, I am a young innovator named Prajwalan H from BGS National Public School, and today I would like to present to you the working of my app called Fix Me. So here I have opened the Fix Me app.
Fix Me mobile app by Prajwal NH, IIMB founder.
So as you can see, it checks your internet connection, and since this is an online app and you need a really active internet connection, that's the first step it does. So now, what is Fix Me? Fix Me is a simple mobile application, and it is the best feature is that it is an easy to use mobile application, unlike others. And Fix Me is basically used to report any problem to the government, because as a responsible citizen we face many problems on public areas, on roads, and one of the biggest problems of our country is the potholes and the worn off roads. So Fix Me is a solution to those problems. So Fix Me not only solves the problems such as the potholes, the worn off roads, but also many more problems, or any problem that you're facing and you would like to appeal to the government. So let's first start out with the other features, or with the subsidiary features, and then later we'll go to the main features. So first let's tap on the info button. So by tapping on the info button, it takes you to the info page. So this is the Fix Me logo, and it also gives you a brief explanation about Fix Me. And this is a data that has been collected by me based on the number of accidents that have been caused only due to potholes and worn off roads. So as you can see, that in 2017 there were 9,423 road accidents, and 8,792 people were injured, and 3,597 people were killed. That's a huge number, and this can be prevented with a simple application. But the thing is, that's such a small problem in our eyes, that in our sense of vision, that we never aim to even solve those, and that was one of the biggest mistakes. But I came across this problem while going on a two-wheeler in on a road, and this road was worn off and it had many potholes, and it was really hard for my father to even drive on this road. And that's where this inspired me to build an app for this. And I kept brainstorming about the best possible solution too. So here, this is the feedback button, so you can give a feedback. So for example, I'll just type great, let's say, and or I can even say great. So this is a great app by Prajwal. So as you can see, this in immediately took your voice recognition as well, and I can submit the feedback. So this always helps us to do more, and if there are any suggestions, then we can always improve that and add it on. So the microphone button is also used for speech recognition, and you can report any problem using the microphone through speech recognition, and I'll be showing you that in a jiffy. So the next button beside that is the settings button, and in the settings button you have your mobile number, you have a bad road, that is whom should you contact if there is a bad road. And currently this has to be manually filled, but in the future, when I get the contacts of all these people who keep changing, or if there's a person to monitor the database regarding this all these details will be taken via an online database. So this is the settings page, and I can either save it or cancel it, and it also gives me an emergency contact in case of any emergency such as an accident, etc. So let's save this right here. So it tells me thanks for registering with Fix Me. Now the next button is the admin button and the exit button. So I'll be talking about the admin button later too. Now let's come to the main functionality. So as you can see, there are around 10 buttons on your screen, the red color ones. So these buttons are used to report a problem to the government, and how this is done is through a Google database. Now why have I used a Google database? Now a Google database, or in simple terms Google Sheets, has a lot of functions which can be used, and it is online. That's the main point. And because it stores all this information in a cloud, it can be accessed by any authority, but can be seen by a person, an ordinary person, an ordinary civilian, but cannot be updated by the civilian and only by the government itself. So now let me show you how it works. So if I click on the button bad road, the second one here, so tells me oops there's a bad road, and then it sends me an sms. It sends an sms to the person with your current location. So let's just, oh sorry, so let's just send that. Right, so let's just send that message, and it gives you a Google Maps link of your current location. It gives your complete physical address, it gives your pin code, and it also gives the problem. So it sends an SMS, but behind the scenes in the background, this problem has been also updated into a Google Sheets, which I'll be showing you in a jiffy, and I'll be showing the live of how this is updated onto a Google spreadsheet. So if you click on this link, it takes you to Google Maps with your current location according to your global longitude, latitude. So yep, that's my location. So it tells me you are here. So that is my location. So let's come back to the app. So that's how this app functions. But now I have only 10 problems. What if I want more number of problems? What if I want to solve more number of problems? And I can't give all the problems. I can't list down all the problems and create a button for each one of them. So I created a simpler way. So if you click on this button right here, want to report any other problem, I just clicked on that. It takes me to another screen. So in this, I can type my problem. I can type my problem. Let's see. Let's take a problem of noise pollution. So I've typed my problem and then I can submit it. So it tells me, thank you for reporting this problem and being a responsible citizen. And that's what we have just done. We've reported the problem to the government through a database, and this database can be in the future used by the government to solve all the problems of civilians and to make our country the best in the world. And not only that, as I told you, you also have a speech recognizer. There is a lot of noise pollution here. So as you can see, this problem has also been reported via the voice recognition. And what I can also do is there's an admin button, as you can see. So any civilian can either see the feedback DB, that is the feedback database, or the complaint database. So the complaint database relates to all the complaints of your area, etc. And since Google Sheets is a really advanced spreadsheet, it can categorize it into queries. You can make queries, forms out of it, and you can manipulate the data and do analysis on the data as ever or however you wish and as you wish. So let's see how this app updates the let's see how this app updates all this information live on the database. So as you can see, this is the database, this is the timestamp, that's the phone number, the location, and the address. So timestamp refers to the exact date and time of when this problem was reported, the phone number, your phone number that you have registered, your location, that is your longitude and latitude, your address, nothing but your physical address, that is where you face this problem in a physical address. Then as you can see, I have reported noise pollution and a lot of noise pollution here, problems which have been also reported, and then most importantly the pin code. So now let's see how this database is updated on a live basis whenever I click or whenever I submit a problem. So let's click on the problem traffic congestion. So now what's going to happen is there's going to be a live update on the row number 263. So I clicked on traffic congestion, and it's sending me I have to send it an SMS. So I just sent that there. And now as you can see, there is another thing added here. So that's my physical address, That's my longitude, latitude, or my location. That's the phone number that I'm currently using and that is registered. This is the time, date, and this is the time in date or the timestamp, and then that is my pin code. So as you can see on row number 263, it was updated live. So and it also and I there's also graphical representation provided here. So this is the count of the problems or the number of problems that people are facing, various number of problems. And as you can see, most number of problems are the bad roads, and this is just a dummy report, and all these are dummy complaints, like the I just did them for testing. And then this is a count of addresses. Now this tells you where or in which location most number of problems have been being faced. It doesn't matter what problem, but the places where most number of problems are being faced. And this is the count of mobile number, which mobile number has had the greatest number of complaints, has done the greatest number of services to his country by reporting all these problems to the government. So this was my app, Fix Me. I thank you for giving all your time in listening to me patiently and in understanding everything that I was trying to show you. And thank you.